So I watched this his training routine today. Jesus Christ, man! Like, no wonder he's in insane shape. He's an animal, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so fucking good. He's so good. I mean, you think about what that guy has done. That's crazy.
No, it's incredible.
Those are two of the best, like, of this era. I think he's one of the best of all time.
I predict that's the kind of career Tank is going to have. Edge of your seat kind of fight after edge of your seat kind of fight when he fights the elite.
Whatever way he going to, why? Because he's a great fundamental puncher. So his punch will be the same no matter what way he got on. If you are fundamentally sound, that don't matter. But if you're not fundamentally sound, then yeah, when you move up the weight, you're going to lose your punch.
Joe Rogan is sounding the alarm as Gervonta Davis makes his return, and his warning could change everything about a potential Shakur-Stevenson showdown.
Yeah, he sets traps, and he's got ridiculous one-punch knockout power, too. He's just such an interesting fighter because his style is so different from everybody else. He's so conservative in the early rounds, throws so few punches, and he lets you work. He lets you work, and you're backing up, and you're always afraid of that power, and he's just moving in, trying to find that opening where he just gets in there on you.
Your mind is burning energy.
Yeah.
You physically burning energy.
Bernard Hopkins also praises Tank's devastating power, explaining how the dangerous knockout artist cleverly sets traps to catch his opponents off guard.
He's not going to get into his emotions and try to show bravo like he's getting to a shootout. You get in a shootout, he's done.
Right.
Tank carries the power. He's sneaky. Explosive. You think you're doing something, and he rides off that overconfident. Where now he recognized this old school.
He's so interesting,
Baltimore, Maryland. He's so old school. You know what old school is?
Yeah.
Anybody that throwing punches is open to get hit. Anybody and everybody that throw punches, you leave an opportunity. It's who get there first.
As for Tank, he has now revealed why he has been holding back from fighting Shakur, pointing to deeper issues outside the ring that continue to complicate the matchup.
It's hard to even speak on it just because of the fact that we got to fight. So at the end of the day,
You feel that's going to happen?
yeah, I know it's going to happen. I mean, I'm the best, he the best. So you got two guys that's the best, how can you not fight? Only way you could not fight if one of them guys ain't like that and somebody go off to lose or somebody take a L. But I think like with both of us, we both fighters that's really good fighters and on that.
Davis has openly questioned Stevenson's motives, arguing that his call-outs don't always feel genuine. He claims Shakur often pushes for the matchup only after Tank has moved toward another opponent, making Davis question whether Stevenson truly wants to fight or simply wants to keep his name in the spotlight.
And that show you like what type of person niggas is in the sport. Like they really trying to like, it's not really like, they don't want the spotlight, they want like, it's like more so like hate type of vibe, like, you know? They want what you have, like they want all the attention on them and type shit, but if they was to get it, they wouldn't even know what to do with it type shit. And it's like, I didn't ask for this, it just came with it, like, you know, I'm real, like, people understand me because I'm myself at all times. I'm not nobody that's gonna fake the funk and shit like that. And if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'm learning myself, bro. Like just trying to learn the difference between being genuine, authentic, but still playing a game, right? And I can't really understand the game.
Stevenson sees the situation very differently. He believes Tank's bold talk is hiding doubts he doesn't want to admit publicly. According to Shakur, repeated delays surrounding the matchup speak louder than Tank's confidence, suggesting his words may not match his actions when facing a dangerous opponent.
Like, where does the confusion come from?
I mean, it just, people like other fighters, they will say it, but they know they got like 3 or 4 fights already on they already in a deal type of situation. Like, they know they can, but that shit already set in stone. And they always call me out when they have a fight. You don't never see them call me out when they don't have no fight. Never. Like when they just sitting around saying, they don't never call me out. They always call me out when they got a fight lined up.
All right, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Now go look back at it. Like, you'll see like, yeah, they fake.
Stevenson believes his victory over Teofimo Lopez gave him more than just another win on his record. He sees it as proof that he can control elite opposition with precision and discipline. For Shakur, that performance showed exactly why Tank should think twice before stepping into the ring with him.
I see like the modern day, like the old school boxers and like the punishment that they taking, and you'll see them today, they can't really talk as well as like the Andre Wards and the Floyd Mayweather, who can talk good and still articulate things to their to their grandchildren, to their children. And for me personally, it's like I want to make sure that I'm able to really speak well to my kids and my grandkids and all of that. So taking punishment ain't for me. Like,
yeah, I support that 100%, and I applaud fighters like you for setting an example for young fighters coming up.
Looking at this, Joe Rogan believes the biggest question may not be whether Tank can hurt Shakur, but whether he can stay effective deep into the fight. He sees Stevenson's conditioning, preparation, and disciplined style becoming harder to handle as the rounds pile up, potentially forcing Davis to fight at a pace he cannot sustain.
It scared a lot of people.
Yeah, nobody wants to look stupid. I mean, Teofimo's had some good fights in the past, and he's lost in the past, but he's never looked out of place.
Yeah.
And he looked out of place in that fight.
It's crazy, though, because when I seen him, when he fought in New York on the Times Square card, I'm like, man, this dude is nice. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, whoa, like, I couldn't believe, like, how good he was. But it kind of, like, just made me get up. Like, I'm like, okay, I want to see, like, what he can do with me.
Right.
Because the way he made Arnold Barboza look in New York was, like, he just made him look like he's not on his level.
Well, he wasn't on his level, but then Teofimo's not on your level.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the beautiful thing about competitive sports.
Since the news broke, the boxing world has been weighing in. Max Kellerman questions whether Tank's comeback is the right time to consider Shakur, while his panel argues that Davis's declining career value puts him far from that level. Meanwhile, Mike Coppinger believes the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney rematch is currently the biggest fight in boxing.
To fight 12 hard rounds, they put on a virtuoso performance. So it's like, dun, dun, dun.
It's crazy, though. Everybody, like y'all love the performance because y'all got to see it that day. But, like, for me, when I'm in the gym, it's still levels that I feel like I haven't got to show to the world. Like, I kind of only really shown, like, 70% of, like, what I really could do. And I feel like with that performance, it was just like, okay, this is like an okay day in the gym. Like an okay day. It ain't like my best day in the gym. Like, I have, like, days in the gym where I'm like...
Max Kellerman has also questioned the politics behind Tank's matchmaking and the strength of his resume. He argues that Davis has often faced opponents without serious punching power, allowing him to fight comfortably and showcase his best qualities. Kellerman says this approach isn't unusual, comparing it to the old-school tactics promoters used to carefully build a fighter's career.
Shakur versus Tank Davis. Tank never seemed particularly interested in making it happen. But since then, Shakur has ascended and now would seem to offer Tank a bigger reward for the risk than used to be the case. Shakur Tank, is that still the biggest of all the possibilities in and around this weight class? Or has it been supplanted by Shakur and Devin?
That's a great point. You're right that Shakur has really elevated himself to a point that Tank would probably consider it, especially after the way Tank struggled against Roach. But I still think the biggest fight in this neighborhood is unquestionably the rematch between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. We can't forget that. That fight is the biggest business generator. The first fight was excellent. It has the controversy.
I don't just mean biggest business.
At the same time, Mike Coppinger has revealed a major update on Tank's comeback. According to him, the WBA title Davis holds at 135 pounds has led to an ordered fight with Floyd Schofield. Coppinger expects the matchup to happen sometime in fall 2026, making it a fight Tank cannot simply walk away from without risking his championship.
Gervonta Davis, he is eyeing a comeback for the fall, and the WBA, the title he has at 135, has ordered him to fight Floyd Schofield.
Fight.
They're in talks right now. PBC, who has Tank, and Golden Boy, who promotes Schofield, for a fight in the fall. Now, obviously, Tank has had some legal issues, but I do expect that fight will happen. I don't think Tank's giving up the title. I think it's a hell of a fight. They've been talking on back and forth on social media. We're really tanking Floyd's dad, and Floyd Schofield I'm impressed by. Young, athletic, he can punch, and he was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson last year. It never happened.
You know what that Shakur Stevenson proposed fight reminded me of, Malik, was when Lomachenko had lost to Salido in his third pro fight. And he comes back and he fights Gary Russell.
This latest development adds another layer to Tank's comeback, with Mike Coppinger viewing the Schofield matchup as a meaningful fight. Max Kellerman is far less convinced, suggesting Davis could avoid the bout or even consider vacating the belt. Kellerman also questions the value of Tank's championships, arguing that multiple titles don't automatically make someone a true champion without stronger opposition on their record.
Gervonta Davis, he is eyeing a comeback for the fall, and the WBA, the title he has at 135, has ordered him to fight Floyd Schofield.
Ooh,
they're in talks right now. PBC, who has Tank, and Golden Boy, who promotes Schofield, for a fight in the fall. Now, obviously, Tank has had some legal issues, but I do expect that fight will happen. I don't think Tank's giving up the title. I think it's a hell of a fight. They've been talking on back and forth on social media. We're really tanking Floyd's dad, and Floyd Schofield, I'm impressed by. Young, athletic, he can punch, and he was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson last year. It never happened.
You know what that Shakur Stevenson proposed fight reminded me of, Malik, was when Lomachenko had lost to Salido in his third pro fight. And he comes back and he fights Gary Russell.
Adding even more intrigue to the comeback story, Gervonta Davis has recently appeared in David Benavidez's training camp. Footage posted by Jose Benavidez Sr. quickly caught fans' attention, sparking speculation that the two stars could be preparing for separate comeback bouts that might eventually land on the same major event.
It's a really interesting fight because, again,
I don't think that fight happens, by the way. I don't think Tank wants Schofield. Why would he? If you're Tank, we're talking about in the last segment how careful they've been with his career. You want to jump in with a young, hungry, undefeated contender with talent?
That's fair, Max, but I will say is that Tank has shown an affinity for the titles, for whatever that's worth. He has shown an affinity for them. He's been with the WBA and aligned with them for a long time now. So either he's going to fight him or give up the title, I think. And look, I want to see the fight. I do like that fight. Schofield's athletic. He can punch. You saw what Roach did, who's another athletic fighter, against Gervonta.
Gervonta has held belts in multiple divisions. And I want to be very clear for the people who are a little slower catching on. The implicit premise that I have when I say he's held belts but he's never been a champion is that those belts you consider legitimate championships, and I do not. For good reason.
The unexpected link between the two camps has created fresh excitement across boxing. Jose Benavidez Sr.'s training footage appears to show Davis sharpening his skills for his return, giving fans another glimpse into his preparation. With Tank back in serious camp mode, attention is now shifting toward when, where, and against whom he will make his long-awaited comeback.
He wants to move.
Yeah. And Jose won't care.
You see how long it takes him to arrive at events.
Yeah. What's the deal? I don't know.
That's a weird one for me.
Why?
It's just only like it's paired up. Like I feel like Jose can definitely train his son. I'm not sure about everything.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We seen him train Jose and David, and then also
Pacheco and Rayo.
Jose Rayo, yeah. And Pacheco as well. You know, Pacheco isn't with them.
And they both are going.
Yeah.
And they both are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jose doesn't fight anymore.
Not really. No, he hasn't been, contender status for a minute. Jose Benavidez, really since Crawford. That was whatever he had left after that shooting.
The relationship between Benavidez and Tank goes back further than this latest training footage. The two have already appeared on the same fight card, giving their current connection an added layer of familiarity. Now Davis is stepping into a demanding camp environment, surrounded by elite-level preparation that could play an important role in shaping his return to competition.
Saturday fight night on DAZN. But now, let's talk about Gervonta Tank Davis going to Jose Benavidez Sr. as his coach. I'm not sure if he's completely departing from Calvin Ford tutelage, but it's official. I just saw on Jose Benavidez Sr. Instagram and on his socials, he's showing Gervonta Tank Davis working out in this video and announcing and marketing the new Gervonta Tank Davis on Team Benavidez merchandise. Now, he had a few videos out there showing Gervonta Tank Davis working out and all those things, and I promise you, he could not have made this announcement without Gervonta Tank Davis's blessing. For me, this makes it official, their relationship.
This is also the environment where Ryan Garcia prepared for his bout with Mario Barrios, making Tank's arrival especially interesting. After spending considerable time away from competition, Davis could benefit from the same intense preparation. The camp has already produced strong results for Garcia, and fans now want to see whether it can help Tank return with the sharpness he once displayed.
That they have with each other. So I think it's going to be organic. And as far as what to expect from Gervonta Tank Davis going to Team Benavidez, listen, dude, I have personal experience training with those guys and their product in that gym. And I'm telling you, man, what jumps out more than the facility itself and the hyperbaric chambers and shit where you can recover, and of course the food. I mean, it's just chef-kissed, beautiful food over there. They definitely getting their grub on. But more than that, more than all of that, is really the family culture. Once you become a part of that team, you're like family. They even have living rooms and bedrooms and kitchens and restrooms, and you can literally live there if you're coming from somewhere else. I mean, it's a huge ranch.
While Tank's return is creating excitement, questions are also growing around his relationship with longtime trainer Calvin Ford. Sean Zittel, speaking alongside Sean Porter, believes Ford's recent interviews may have played a role, especially if Davis felt uncomfortable with some of his comments. Still, Zittel stresses that the speculation has nothing to do with Ford's ability, experience, or reputation as a respected trainer.
Same thing out of Gervonta Tank Davis. Lack of activity is historic. I mean, he is the lowest volume fighter in the world because Lamont Roche didn't give him much. So Gervonta, he really couldn't find too much to.
Zittel also points to Lorenzo Truck Simpson as another example of Ford's coaching ability, noting clear similarities between Simpson's style and Tank's approach. He explains that Ford helped develop Simpson from the early stages into a high-level fighter. Zittel also recalls Tank's preparation for the Santa Cruz bout, arguing that even Floyd Mayweather could not unlock the same intensity Ford brought out during camp.
Jose and Tank.
It's their business, but I just don't. I don't add up the beef with him and Calvin Ford really. I guess Calvin may have done an interview or two that Gervonta didn't like, but it's like that
made no sense, man.
Look, I remember when I saw Truck Simpson spar before Truck tailed off when he had promise. No offense, Truck. Much love to you. But when Truck was 18, 19 years old, and it was like, oh, this kid, he has talent. He has real upside. He threw his punches in the same way Gervonta Davis did. He had a lot of the same kind of rhythm that Gervonta did, and that's what made me go, Calvin is a good trainer. Even though Calvin didn't move the needle for Jahan Ingram over the weekend. Jahan Ingram lost to Devin Cushing.
Zittel believes Ford's value goes far beyond what happens inside the gym. He points to the years Ford spent developing Tank while standing by him through setbacks, controversy, criticism, and difficult moments outside boxing. That loyalty, according to Sean, makes the reported tension especially significant. If their relationship is truly changing, the impact could become much bigger as Tank's comeback develops.
There's a way a guy he builds from scratch in the Baltimore amateur program looks, and so that made me lend more credence to Calvin's work. I just remember Tank being in the gym for the Santa Cruz fight, came in heavy and was in Floyd's gym, and he didn't that spark didn't come and Floyd was trying to get it out of him. Wasn't really happening in the first couple weeks. He had to wait to wire. He had a couple months until the Santa Cruz fight date. But once Calvin came to the gym from Baltimore, he the spark started and the light came on, and I was like, that's a bond. And I don't know. I'm just, it's like
Devin Haney is now being discussed as another possible opponent for Tank, with showbiz focusing on how the matchup could be made competitive. He suggests a 147-pound catch weight, but believes rehydration limits would be crucial. His argument is that Haney can make the weight and regain significant size afterward, creating a physical advantage that controlled rehydration could help reduce.
Built you from scratch. He has always went to bat for you, even when you make it very hard for someone to go to bat for you with all the shit you put you yourself and your fan base through and the boxing world through, and Calvin's always tried to say the right things to not offend you. But hey,
to that I'll say this, and then we'll do the
he stand down when you brought in Barry as the head trainer for the Lamont Roche fight.
Talked you up.
Right.
And some coaches just made for it. much people think I hate Sean's dad. I've told Sean every time, you need to stay with your dad, haven't I?
Oh yeah.
I never told Sean to leave your dad.
Yeah.
I was like, your dad is made for you.
And that being said, just for anybody out there, definitely to Tank and to anybody else out there, I have no clue.
Showbiz argues that the key to making this matchup fair would be controlling what happens after the weigh-in. Haney's ability to regain substantial size before the opening bell could give him a major physical advantage. A strict rehydration limit, he believes, would reduce that edge and force Haney to rely more heavily on his boxing ability.
I don't mind a catch weight, and I don't mind a rehydration clause. I have a problem with both. But when it comes to Debo, listen closely. Devin's superpowers is the fact that he can get small and then regenerate and get big. His kryptonite is if you stop him from getting big. If you have the fight at 135, 140, 144, Devin can make it. Why can he make it?
Tank's comeback is already surrounded by questions involving Shakur, Haney, Floyd Schofield, and even Calvin Ford. But until Davis finally steps through those ropes, the biggest question remains unanswered. Who will stand across from him? Drop your prediction in the comments.
But he can make the weight. So the advantage isn't having a weight he can make. The advantage is in the rehydration clause, stopping him from regenerating into a middleweight. I don't care if the fight is at 147. You put a rehydration clause on it, that's his kryptonite. That's his weakness, him blowing back up. That's Debo's whole thing.